his wife, also Dr. Vicky Ko, who opened their homes to me when I first arrived, and also offered me advice, support, and guidance all these years. And I want to thank my children, my kid, Philip and Ella. They are my inspiration. I'm very proud of what they have accomplished. They become a contributing member to society. And then last but not least, I want to thank my lovely wife and partner for 32 years, Diana. Diana, her unconditional love, understanding, and support is what gets me going every day. And thank you very much.
Our next honoree in the category of Business and Philanthropy is Xishun Zhang. Introducing us to Mr. Zhang is Weilin Long. Weilin is the founder and managing director of W. Long Consulting Group. Prior to her current position at W. Long Consulting Group, Weilin worked at the International Center and with former Mayor Greg Ballard's office. Weilin is also a board member for the Indie Asian American Times. Please welcome Weilin Long.
Good evening. And I believe in this room, all of us know Xishun. And I also believe that everybody will say Xishun is a very low-key, very, very humble person. I have to tell you this. So when he was confirmed with this award, he kept telling me, please, low-key, don't talk too much. And then I called his wife, Jia Ping, my close friend, and she said very much the same thing. And then I called our very close friend, Zhi Hong, and I said, Zhi Hong, tell me if this is enough about Xishun. And he had that big smile, and he said, we know so much about him, but it's very difficult to talk about him because he would always tell you, don't talk, low-key. Let me try this. Well, I've known Xishun for 15 years. And I witnessed how he leads, how he volunteers, and how he contributes to our community. So every Chinese activities in the community, he is a sponsor. And he is always telling us he hasn't done much, and he's never done enough. So that is few that I know about Xishun. About his job, we all know that he is holding a very high level position at the Heritage. And originally he came from Beijing, and he graduated from college there in Beijing, and he also received a PhD from New Hampshire in civil engineer. So since 1994, Dr. Xishun Zhang joined the Heritage Group, a company with nearly 90 years history of managing a diverse set of companies involving in highway construction and materials, environmental services, energy sales and marketing, and chemical refining. And in his 22 years career at the Heritage Group, he has contributed tremendously to the company's China growth and potentials and opportunities there. And as the president of China operations for the Heritage Group, he manages the Heritage Group's overall operation in China, and he leads all the very high profile and high technology projects there. But most of us know Xishun not from his job, but from how kind he is and for what a great friend he is to everyone. We heard his colleagues talking about him as a great boss at work. He would be with a sick colleague who have been in hospital for days and nights. And he would be with friends whenever and whoever needs him. And he is that kind of friend that you don't need to see him every day. But when you think of him, you know someone there who can listen to you and who encourages you. So that's very much, everybody will talk about Xu Shun. And very much like Zhihong said, we know so much about him. We just don't know how to describe him. He is in everybody's heart, and he is the volunteer and the leader. He has been serving on many different boards and committees. I would only want to name the following. So Xu Shun has been serving as the board member at the International Arts Center, ESCAPE Foundation, the Confucius Institute in Indianapolis, American China Society of Indiana, China Wildlife Conservation Association, and Hangzhou Sister City Committee. He is always a very quiet volunteer, but when he's needed, he can speak tirelessly. That's very much the Xu Shun that we know about. And he has a very happy family. He has 2 well-built, tall children who are now in college, and one is already at work. And his lovely wife, Jia Ping, is well known in our sisters group as well. So Xu Shun and his family has been a great contributor to our community, and that's all that we always remember, we appreciate. And please join me to welcome Xu Shun.
Thank you, my dear friend Wei Lin. I really am not a good speaker, so I have to put it in together. Well, bottom line is, I think it's a really wonderful event, and really thank you for volunteer to present me. I think you're well presented. And thank you for IAAT for many volunteers to organize this wonderful event. I'm really humbled to be here tonight and honored to receive the IAAT award. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family for their support. And it's easier said than done. You know, over the years, last 20 years, I travel a lot, and we got a house, and my wife, Jia Ping, I think she deserves more than I do, and a lot of sacrifice. And I also like to thank her group for giving me the opportunity to pursue my profession. Lastly, I really enjoy working with the Chinese community for welcoming me into your hearts. We started doing business in China 18 years ago, since '98. At that time, China just had begun building their interstate new highway system. The United States built interstates back in the 1960s. So we believe we could help China build a high quality, high performance roads, use our experience in the United States that as a model. So over the years, we have transferred many of our technology from the United States to China. I believe the great infrastructure system has helped China improve the economy by increasing the ability to efficiently transfer goods and services. We are pleased to be part of this process. Over the years, I have developed a passion for wildlife conservation and the arts. In 2008, I was involved with the Indianapolis Art Center, a Chinese art exhibit. This was a truly wonderful event that has left me with a lifetime of memory, and it's a cultural and social event, not only to bring Chinese art to Indiana, but also to shed a light on the history and the culture of the people. I have been also involved in wildlife conservation efforts. I've been able to work with the team from the United States, China, and Africa to understand the negative impact of elephant poaching for ivory. This is an international problem where I'm glad that the international team will be able to come in together to make efforts to address this issue. Well, there are still many challenges ahead of us. We believe we are taking the steps in the right direction. Truly, none of those work would be possible without the help of the community. Working together, we are making the world a better place to live. Thank you again for the wonderful awards and including me in a beautiful evening. Thank you.
Scientific Research and is going to Dr. Tony Tseng. Wei-Ling Long will also introduce.
Thank you. And when Tony asked me if I would present him, I believe that time he was in China. Without hesitation, I said yes, because back maybe 10 or 15 years ago, we served together on the ICCCI board. But at that time, he was the president and I was the board member. He was a very good leader that I remember, but also very respectful, very kind, and good listener as well. I remember the time that he always held our board meetings in his very fancy formal dining room with tea and snacks. So remember old times, we never argue. We always had great time working on the details together. Well, Tony was born and raised in Weihai, China, the beautiful coast city. He received his bachelor degree in chemistry from Shandong University before he attended Purdue University with CGP fellowship. Actually, at that time, he was ranked 16 nationally. He obtained his PhD and Professor Negishi, and he contributed to Professor Negishi's work, which was recognized by a Nobel Prize in 2010, if you remember that. Tony worked at Raleigh Industry from 1989 to 1992, and where he invented a manufacturing process for imidacloprid, the #1 selling insecticide in the world, the #1. The process has been used by a majority of manufacturers in the world, but I do want to note that 25 years passed, and that record has no one ever broke. Tony is currently the Senior Research Fellow at Liddy & Company, and he is leading technology innovation initiatives in product and process design. In his nearly 25 years career at Eli Lilly, he provides leadership in chemical and drug development. He is recognized as a premium molecule builder and has patented, published, and lectured extensively in chemistry, pharmaceutical process, process, and R&D efficiencies. For his great contribution, Tony has been recognized with the Chairman's Ovation Award, which is the top one at the Eli Lilly Company. He has been the key initiator and the implementer of the company's R&D network in China. He has served as the founding site head for Eli Lilly Global R&D China and Vice President for Global External R&D Asia, with responsibilities including development of R&D strategies, establishment and management of research collaborations. He has built an extensive professional network in life sciences, and he has served as the chairman of board for Bay Helix Group, a non-for-profit organization for Chinese life science business leaders. He has over 50 publications and 23 patents. Wow. He is an advisor board member for multiple government, academic, and nonprofit organizations. And in 2012, he was recognized as a distinguished science alumni by Purdue University. Tony will celebrate his 30th anniversary with his wife, Dr. May Wang, and they have 2 beautiful children. Cindy just graduated from Columbia University, and his son, Alex, will be graduating from NYU next month. Great family, and lots of love with children and wife, and lots of contribution and love to his friends and communities. He has been very actively involved in lots of community works. I only want to name 2 here. So he has served as the founding vice president of the Indianapolis Chinese Community Center, which we quite often say ICCCI, the biggest Chinese community center in Indiana. And he was the second president of the ICCCI, where that many of us actually followed him and his leadership serving on the community at that time. And he is a very experienced photographer, and he enjoys woodworking, glass blowing, and stone sculpture. Very talented person. And now it's my great pleasure to present you Dr. Tony Zhang.
Thank you, Willie, for the very nice introduction. And one always take a risk when your introducer is named as long. It's a great, it's humbling experience to be recognized with this group of distinguished individuals. It's comforting to know I'm at the bottom. I just want to thank my family, my wife May, who unfortunately cannot be here, and my children, and the friends who are able to spend this evening with me. And it's a great pleasure to see so many old friends. I see David and Christine there, Terrence and Eddie. Okay, so and also I want to recognize the current and the former board members of ICCCI. The volunteers of that group, and Mayor and Winnie, you probably recognize your picture over there when you visit my office in Shanghai. Sorry. And it's through the volunteers and the community leaders of this great city who have made this city a more diverse, interesting, and joyful place to live. And thank you very much, and enjoy your evening.
Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our honorees and presenters for their contributions this evening. I appreciate how inspirational the stories are, and getting to know some of these amazing people who contribute so much to us. So I would also like to thank you all for joining us this evening at our 2016 IAAT Awards Gala. And in addition, I would like to thank once again all of the sponsors for their support.
Oh, Kim!